Laramie Live on KOWB is back on AM 1290.
It's 8:48. David Settle with you on a Thursday, July 9th. The street dances kick off tonight for Laramie Jubilee Days. We have all the information available at KOWB1290.com. And coming up on the main stage, 9 o'clock this Saturday, Jake Gill and the Jake Gill Band. Jake Gill joins me on the phone. Thanks so much. I know you're out in Missouri. How are you on a Thursday morning, Jake?
Good, David. How you doing?
I'm doing well, doing very well. I appreciate the time this morning. And, well, for folks who don't know Jake Gill, certainly an up-and-coming rising country music star. I know you were down in Texas. You're out in Missouri right now. So it seems like kind of crisscrossing the country right now in a little bit of a summer tour.
We are. We're having fun. 2 weeks ago, we were right up at the Canadian border, and then last weekend we were down at the Mexican border. So we're all over, but that's what you do when you're trying to make a living doing this thing, and mostly and most importantly, we just have enjoyed traveling and meeting people, and we can't wait to get to Wyoming. The weather looks amazing up there.
Well, it's been raining here the last few days, so I think you guys might luck out as the weekend weather forecast looks pretty good. For folks who are not familiar with you and your band, tell us a little bit about yourselves, kind of your background, Jake, and what got you interested in the music industry?
Well, my grandpa got me interested in country music when I was very, very young. And I'm in the middle of Kansas. I grew up in the middle of Kansas in a small farm town, and didn't have a lot of exposure, didn't have a chance to do a lot. I went to school, went to college, and started meeting some people, and then came back and decided, you know what, this is what I want to do, and went to Nashville, cut a few CDs, made a video. And it kind of has just trickled from there. You just work. It's really like no other occupation out there. You work hard and you reach for your dreams and your goals, and you go get them.
One of your biggest musical influences is a guy who's actually come back to the country music scene here with Garth Brooks, obviously on a big national worldwide tour right now. And he, when you kind of got the chance to get to things with Garth Brooks, that kind of changed everything, so to speak. Garth changed country music, and they're the traditionalists are still they're here now. We see the change coming with Florida Georgia Line has kind of changed the sound of country music, and now we have new guys in Nashville's new sound with Sam Hunt and Thomas Rhett. There's a lot of change going on right now. And what's cool about it is that there's a younger generation, and every time there's a younger generation, you've got to change with that. The other side of it is the traditional's still there as well. The Texas guys are doing really, really well playing traditional country music. We still find that some of our most requested songs are Don Williams and Merle Haggard and Johnny Cash. So I really like where music is headed. I think it's blending together. I think we're getting a nice, healthy blend. We tend to lead more towards the rock side and maybe a little bit more traditional of the heavy traditional. But that's kind of where we're at. And you mentioned Garth Brooks. Garth is probably the best entertainer out there still today, and he's just so personable. He interacts with an audience of 20,000. He makes you feel like you were there, and it's you and him, and you're just hanging out, having a beer, and he's going to play you a song. And that's what Garth brought to country music was that ability to take a small, intimate show and put it on a big scale. Well, we're talking with Jake Gill. Jake Gill and the Jake Gill Band will be on the main stage downtown 9 o'clock on Saturday night during Laramie Jubilee Days in the downtown celebration. Always a lot of fun. Jake's going to be playing from 9 to midnight, maybe longer. Who knows how long that crowd's going to keep you going. But it sounds like your music, kind of a blend. As you mentioned, you do lean maybe a little more towards kind of the newer type of country music scene, but it sounds like a pretty good blend that you've got going at the same time.
You do. We've learned a lot going down the road. You learn what people dance to, and you learn what people want to listen to, and there's definitely a difference. And so we try to find that healthy blend, and we have enough songs in our set list now. We can really tailor basically our show to what the audience wants to hear. One of the unique things that we do is we take requests on Facebook or Twitter, and that's at Jake Gill Music. You can get on our Twitter. You can send us during the show a song that you want to hear, one of ours or even a cover. Sometimes we'll throw some covers in at the end. And we work hard. My guys work very, very hard that we get those songs on a set list through the night. And it's kind of interesting. We call it's more of a Nash Vegas type of show. It's very, 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 very crowd interactive, and we're looking forward to being there
at Jubilee Days, and just seeing what you guys have, and hopefully we can get back to you more.
Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, even has his own webpage, jakegill.net, if you want to check out Jake ahead of Saturday's performance here at Jubilee Days. And I know one thing that's very close to your heart is giving back to the troops, Jake. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, man. We just passed the 4th of July. We never appreciate what they do until something major happens, like 9/11 or Benghazi or any of those major events. Or, thankfully, it's been a little while since we've been technically in a war. But I just get this feeling. I get this sick feeling sometimes that we forget about those troops, and not only the troops, but I've met a ton of families who are here in the U.S. while their soldiers are over there, and I can't imagine what that's like growing up not having your father around, or your mother around, or your grandparent around. That's really tough. And I think those people that are left behind here in the U.S. when they're soldiers overseas or on base somewhere, we really forget those people as well. So we've really tried to make an effort wherever we go to not only send out a shout out to those troops, but their families that are here in our shows. We want those kids and we want those wives and those spouses and those husbands to know that there are people here, right here with them right now, that care about them and know what they're going through, even though we can't necessarily relate to it. We can have that feeling of hey, we're your brother and sister, and we're here. We're proud of this country and what this country stands for, and we want to thank you for doing that.
Jake Gill joining us here, Laramie Live on KOWB. He's on the main stage for Jubilee Days Saturday night downtown during the street dances. We do have the complete schedule up at KOWB1290.com. Your website, jakegill.net. Not only can you request a song there, but you can find his Facebook, Twitter links, even on YouTube, and join the fan club. The Fishing Hole. That's an interesting fan club name, Jake.
It's a cool thing. About every 3 or 4 months, we have a fan club party wherever we're at. We just find some down-home fishing hole. We get everybody to come over. We shoot some fireworks off. We go fishing. We have an adult beverage. We just like to give back to people that are supporting us. So yeah, join that fan club. It's a Red Night Fishing Hole, and we'll have a good time.
Jake, thanks so much for your time. I know you're a busy guy. Enjoy your shows in Nevada the next couple nights, and we'll see you Saturday here in Laramie.
David, thank you for what you do. We appreciate it very, very much.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. That's Jake Gill. Jake Gill and the Jake Gill Band coming up this Saturday, 9 o'clock, Jubilee Days, downtown Laramie. You've got Laramie Live on KOWB.